In this video, I will show you how to request the download links for the CSDS portfolio and the installation process. To begin, you will need your license details, specifically your customer number and your 36-character activation key. This information is typically provided to your site contact. If you do not know who your site contact is, send an email to us at support@ccdc.cam.ac.uk with your institution name, and we'll provide your site contact information. Once you have your license details, you can request download links for the software from our website. From the main page, select Support and Resources and click on Downloads. Once on the Downloads page, to request install links for the full software, select Request Download Links, and this will direct you to a page with a form where you can enter your email address, your customer number, and your activation key. Once this information has been entered, you can click Request, and once it's been verified, you will get a notification that a download link has been emailed to you. The next step is to check your email. You should receive an email from us within minutes of your request. Do check your spam folder if you do not see an email from us in your inbox. You will receive a list of download links, including CSD Online Installer. This installer is different from our previous offering, as it allows you to connect to an online hub and select which components of the portfolio you want to install. Select the appropriate installer from your operating system, and that should be downloaded onto your machine. Once the installer has been downloaded, double-click on the installer, and you should see a CSD Portfolio setup window. There are some settings that you can adjust here. First off, you can set your network proxy options. You can view the repository where the software and the data would be downloaded from. And you can also change the directory where the meta information from remote repository is cached on your machine. For now, we will keep the default settings. On the CSD Portfolio Setup window, select Next. And here you can specify which directory you want the portfolio to be installed. You can choose whatever folder you want by selecting Browse, and once you've selected the folder, click Next. On the Select Installation Type window, you have two options. You can download the free CSD Community product, or you can choose to install components of the CSD portfolio. Once you've selected what you want to install, click Next. On the next page, you see the activation options. If you want to activate the software using your activation key, you can select this option and enter your key. You can also activate the software using a license server. If you have your license server information, you can enter that here. You can also choose to activate the software after installation. For more information on how to do that, check the release notes. The installer allows you to choose which software you want to install. On the package selection window, there are some default options for which components to install. You can carry out a full installation, and here you see the software that would be installed with the full installation. Additionally, we have created some options depending on your role and the tools that we believe will be of most use to you. So for example, for a solid form scientist, if you select this option, these are the tools that would be installed. You can also select custom, and on the next page, you can select the components that you want to install. In this video, I will be showing the solid form scientist option. Click Next, and you get an option to add more components or remove which components you want to install here. You can expand the CSD software portfolio selection by clicking on the arrow, and you can also do the same for the CSD data portfolio. The selections marked in green are components that would be installed. Once I've chosen the components you want to install, click Next. There is a license agreement option, and you must accept the terms contained. Next up, you want to select a folder in the Start menu where the program shortcuts would be created. You can either select an existing folder or create a new folder. On this window, there are options for telemetry. You can either defer to each user when they first start a CSD Portfolio application, or you can choose to activate telemetry for all users on a machine. The telemetry information that we get is entirely anonymous and does not include your data. The only information that's transferred to us is the diagnostic data on which CSD applications and features are being used. On the Ready to Install window, you will see the total amount of disk space that the installation will use. Once you're ready, click Install. You can select Show Details to monitor the progress of the installation, and you see that the components are being downloaded and the total amount of time remaining to complete the installation. You can click Next. You'd be taken to this window where if you click Finish and leave the Open What's New option selected, it will direct you to a page on our website that shows you what's new in the release. From your Start menu, you can find the new CCDC folder with all the tools that has been installed. And here I will show you the maintenance tool that can allow you to update, add, or remove all the components. If you select Add or Remove, the options here are to either add or remove a component. You can check for updates available to the software, and you can uninstall all of the components installed by selecting Remove All Components. I will show you the option to add or remove specific components. From this window, you can see the components that are currently installed. And if you wish to install, for example, Hermes, you can select that here. And if you want to uninstall Encipher, you can select that here. Click Next. On this window, you can see how much additional disk space will be used. Click Update and also show details. You can see the progress of the components you're adding and the components that you're removing. Once this is done, click Next, and you can click Finish to exit the portfolio wizard.